podcast 14, I spoke with my fiancée, Zoe. Please enjoy whatever you listen to of this talk.
The podcast will now begin.
Okay, so, hey Zoe. How are
Hello.
you? How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Thank you for being willing to do this with me.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes, you ready?
Okay. So, I guess I could just start off with question number 1.
In
Which
this way.
is...
I thought you were gonna say something else first. Anyways,
Yeah.
go ahead.
First thing that I want to ask you is, it seems like, based on some of our past conversations, I've come up with some of these questions. So we've talked about how people are probably the way that they are because of their personal history, their personal background, and their personal mind, right? Yet, as other people with our own history, our own background, our own mind, we see other people, and then it's easy in our own minds to judge other people, and to want other people to change. And then maybe sometimes we struggle to accept other people as they are, even though they are the way they are because of their background and their history. So
What's your question?
So the question is, why is it so hard for us to just accept people as they are based on who they become because of their history and their background and their mind?
Yeah, for me, I think
Because it seems like it's easier to just judge people sometimes than to just accept them as they are.
but I can think at different state of your life, your judgment can be different. Like, I mean, right now, if you see a person or you, if this person, no matter it's your friend or like not your friend, the way you see them, compare with like a few years ago, with yourself, I think yourself, how you see them a few years ago, definitely gonna be different. I mean, how we judge people, like, I think the judge are deeply, from my perspective, it was because every single person, they're individually and selfish. Everybody, even a Buddhist like master, like when he are teaching or something, he still want maybe his own personal time or something. Like everybody, no matter how great that person is still part of him is selfish. This part of it is selfish as the individual, as a person, everybody.
So we struggle to accept people because we have a selfish side of us. And
Yeah,
that
we have a selfish side of
wants
us.
others to change and wants life to be different.
Yeah, but
so that it's maybe better for us or better how we think things should be.
Yeah, but I think it's just like how you judge with people is you should ask yourself, should you like continue to judge a person in this way, or like is that gonna make you feel better, or you just need to accept as who they are and ignore those things. I think at this state of my life, so many people, especially they're not so close with me, I literally just ignore a lot of them. I don't want to judge them.
So are you saying that at a certain time, maybe it's not easy to accept them, so you just are like, whatever?
I think ignore them is part of accepting for me too.
I see. So
in order to like
ignoring
decide,
people is one level of accepting.
yeah, it's
It's
whenever
not like
accept-
maybe a full
It's
acceptance,
not
but it's a
struggle.
starting of accepting.
Yeah, don't put yourself in a situation that you are struggling
Yeah.
with what this person is like.
Because if you're
just-
judging them too much, then you're just suffering.
Yeah, you are suffering.
Yeah.
So as you can see, most of the time I am fine. I just at my struggle or like the part of me that I'm struggling with my parents or my family is
Yeah.
a long time. It's not like I'm judging them
Yeah.
or something, because the background that me and my family have
Yeah.
affects me, like how the way that we get along, but doesn't mean I'm judging them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different story.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get me.
Yeah.
I think you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but other than that, at this, if I'm get along with someone like new or something, I mean, my mind is very peace. I don't really judge or I
Yeah.
don't feel like they're affecting me.
Yeah.
Because it's your mind. If you let them affect you, you're judging them, which means you are bothered by that.
Yeah. If you're troubled, then,
Yes.
then you're creating your own mess inside
Yes.
of your mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, did you want to say more about that or no?
I'm good.
Okay. So on to the next question. We've got 10 more to go. Here we
Oh my
go.
God.
Yeah. So if you want to try to say less, and I'll try to keep my questions more simple. So it seems like this is also based on one of the things we've talked about before, but it's a little bit different too. It seems like sometimes, parts of life can be sad to see because some people have so much hardship in life. You've talked about certain documentaries and seeing
Yeah.
the suffering of certain people's lives that's so difficult. And maybe you're on the other side of this documentary, but you have this sense of empathy, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
we're on the other side of the world, we see people in this poverty or suffering from a disease, mental or some kind of a physical disease, and we have this sense of empathy and this sense of feeling of pain in our hearts. And also, when someone treats us with like pure love
Yeah.
and kindness,
Yeah.
we can feel this sense of joy where we feel touched in our hearts.
Exactly.
So why, I guess the question is like, why do you think we have these feelings in our heart of empathy and being touched in the heart by love, feeling other things from others, whether it's, the empathy of seeing suffering or the love of being touched by another's kindness?
I think part of it's natural.
Uh-huh.
As a person, as we humans, we see that we're different with other animals because we have this feelings compared to the other animals, at least. Like, so we see we are like high level animals or something because we have this kind of feelings naturally, such as babies are like born, when they are born, they can cry. They have this emotion. They have this feeling with
A sensitivity?
sensitivity, and it's natural.
Just, yeah.
Natural. That's
It's just a natural function of the heart.
Yeah,
of
and
to
how
feel
you-
and connect to other
yeah.
people.
In the empathy, like, and all the different feelings that we have right now after we become adult or after we have our own like way of looking at the world or different things. It's based on the whole growing up background or like knowledge or the education or the like someone's personal like experience in their whole life. All this can like thing can affect people's like how much empathy or like sad or all this kind of feelings. That's why different people, if there's the same thing or same movie for different people, after they watch it, they have different feelings. That's all affects by their like
Because with time we can
experience.
become more empathetic or less empathetic people.
Yeah, or different things happen in one's life can affect that.
And make us more sensitive to others or less sensitive to others.
Yes.
Okay, great. And so the next thing I want to touch on was the last time we talked, you were talking about how you're an appreciator of music, how it brings people happiness, brings us positive energy. You and me love going to museums, art shows, looking at art. We recently have watched some films and really just been inspired and touched by those films that we've watched. Let's say we live in a world where there's no art, there's no music, there's no movies, and then we come back to the world where there is movies. There's these beautiful movies, beautiful music, beautiful art. What role does all of these arts play in the human experience?
What? Can you
What
say?
role does art play? Like all
What
these different,
role?
all these arts. How do they help humanity?
Well, it's definitely
Its function
yeah, a
for
function.
the human species.
Yeah, it's wow, this is something hard to say. I don't know how which like word should I like say accurately?
Maybe one example.
It's just wonderful.
Yeah, it's a wonderful part of the human experience.
Yeah, it's life is hard. Life
Yeah.
is, imagine you're working every day
Yeah.
without anything to entertainment, any music, without any art, without anything that you love. So you can just imagine without this what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And
There's-
then we're
yeah.
gonna appreciate with this what can,
Yeah.
like how much we can appreciate. So it's just an amazing road that bring us joy
Yeah.
and wonderful experience. I couldn't find it like literally like an accurate like
Yeah.
vocabulary
that's-
or something to describe.
Life is hard and it uplifts us.
Yes,
and it
level up.
helps us to deal with the suffering of life.
Yeah, even though you're sadness, you have sadness, you're sad through a period of time, and then the music or the art or a movie can inspire you, can get you through the hard time.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Okay, and based on the last time we talked, another thing, as people get older,
Mhm.
sometimes they seem to lose trust in other people as they get older. Why is this?
You should ask someone who is old.
Okay.
But it literally, I think, is because what they see, what they experience in life is enough, and then maybe some people they just don't want to bother to or maybe their life is too hard. They just want to have a simple life.
So just stay away from other people as much as possible.
I think from my perspective, I think there are part of the people are like this,
Yeah.
even when they're younger.
Yeah.
Even when they're young, there are some people they might get through some like horrible things from their family, from their friends, from the society, from their work.
From school.
Then it can make their heart close.
Yeah.
A very, very, very simple example is like in China, like I think there are some people who used to help the elders when they fell over.
Yeah.
They're very, very, very willing to help. But one day there's an elder like she was just trying to kidnap the people. It's not kidnap, like just trying to get money from them. Just trying to. She didn't.
She was manipulating people.
Yeah, she didn't even fail. She just
Deceiving people.
she just want to get money from people, and that thing happens again and again. And so many people see this news, so they're afraid to like have this kind of horrible experience.
Yeah.
So can you see those people? They are horrible person who are not willing to help. No, it's what happened.
Yeah.
Literally, what happened affects them. So make them close their hearts for this kind of things.
Yeah.
So I think no matter you're young or old, the young, like what I said, young people can also close their heart to be cold. And also there are some elders, they can be very, very loving through their whole life. Right? It's nothing so certain. Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking through my questions. Thanks. So I'm skipping that one. Okay. So let's say someone has these different bad experiences like you're talking
Yep.
about, and they keep seeing all these things. Oftentimes in the English language we use the word cynical, but like maybe another way of saying it would be their hearts becoming more and more closed as they get older. Let's say they're getting more and more angry with life, with the world, with humanity, with people, with society. But then let's say also they actually still need love.
Yeah.
But their heart is closed and they won't let others love them because they don't trust people anymore.
Yeah.
How can we help that kind of person? that's
think
so close to the world, closed their heart, closed to people because they don't trust them anymore. They're just suspicious of them. They're just angry at the world, angry at humanity. How do you try to help that person who probably needs love more than a lot of other people?
Yeah, I think those people definitely, it's even like so difficult for us or any people who want to give them love, like can make it difficult. But if, for example, if you
Yeah.
or me, we want to help, we just need to continue to help.
Just keep trying.
Keep trying.
No matter how much they
Because
refuse.
that's what we say is love is what makes the world a better place, right? Love, I think I think I told you this. If one day there's nothing left in this world, love is something that matters for me.
But what if the person keeps trying to think that like you're just trying to manipulate them or something?
Yes.
They don't trust your love.
Yeah, this
How do you deal with that? And
this
they're just
just
suspicious.
takes a long time.
You just have to be patient.
You just need to be patient.
Keep trying.
Keep trying, be patient. Keep trying, be
Even
patient.
if it takes years.
Even if it takes you maybe a few decades, but maybe it's still gonna work one day.
Eventually you can crack their heart open and,
Yes.
and they can open up to your love.
Like if you look at like some cases, you can see there are so many people they're so close heart, and then they are opening a heart again with some people, like with receiving the love from others. So that's definitely happened in others. So if you
Because it's
want
happened
to,
before, it can happen again.
yeah,
So
it
you
can
have to
always
just believe
happen.
and keep trying.
Yeah, be patient. If you want to be loving, just trying.
Yeah.
I'll try again. It's just you need to have the like
Big vision or
you just need to have the faith.
yeah.
Like because if you are trying to help and then you lose your faith, then it's not gonna work.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So on to another question. Let's say someone has a friend that's listening to this talk right now, and their friend really wants to accomplish some kind of goal, or they really want to become a better person in some type of way, but they don't have the self-confidence. Like they don't believe that they can actually become that kind of person or accomplish that kind of goal, even if it's kind of a realistic goal that they really could do it.
You mean
They don't really believe in themselves.
to be a loving person?
Let's say that they want to become less angry, but they don't believe they can do it because they've been getting angry for their whole life. Or let's say they want to learn how to drive a car, but they don't believe they can do it, right? They have some kind of mental block where they're like they can't do it because they don't believe they can do it. What would you do to try to encourage them? Or if someone's listening, how can they encourage their friend that's stuck in their head, stuck in their mind?
You should tell them your story. How did you like deal with your anger, and now how do you become who you are today? I feel like you are doing so good, right?
Okay, so with me, I talk about my anger, and then by talking about how I deal with my anger and how I'm slowly getting better at dealing with my anger with time, then that maybe will inspire other people.
Yeah, because I remember you told me you were angry even before, but I feel like I get along with you every day. You become so much better, and every day, and also, I think you can.
I definitely still have anger issues, but I think meditation helps a lot because when you practice meditating every day, even if it's just for a few minutes, you're practicing watching your mind, and your anger starts in your mind. So if you get in the habit of watching your mind, then when your anger starts to arise up inside of your mind, you see it, and instead of you becoming a puppet of the anger, you see the anger, and you watch it objectively like a scientist, and you observe it, and then the more you practice this, the better you get at it. But still, sometimes the anger is too strong and it gets the best of me.
I mean, just in general, right? In
general, but that's the meditation helps. You don't have to sit down to meditate. You can just get in the habit when you're in your life to sometimes observe your mind, and just try to observe it like you're watching a football game. Yeah. Okay, let's go on to the next question.
I'm not saying, I'm just checking it.
Okay, the time. We have time, right? Okay, do you want to just do one more question, or do you want to do a few more questions?
You can do it.
Okay. Okay, here's kind of a fun little question. So we've talked about romance in a relationship before, and how if someone's romantic, that can make the relationship more special. Besides things like flowers and taking your love to a nice restaurant, or giving them some chocolates or some candies or buying some candles, what are some other things people can do to be more romantic and make things more special?
Hey, everything can be romance. For example, if like one day you're not so good at cooking, one day you cook me something, and then even though that's not fancy, and I perceive that is
A romance.
a romance.
So any kind of effort to try to just make
It's
things
just the effort.
more happy for the other person you love.
Exactly. It's just like how the other feel, like how I can receive your effort.
When the other person that you love sees that you're making effort to try to make life better for them, that's romantic.
Yeah, that for me that's romance. Yeah.
Okay. I think this question we can save for the next podcast. I think that's a good enough place to end it. Okay?
All right.
Thanks, love, for doing this with me.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you for checking out the podcast. I hope you enjoyed it.